Alright, y'all, so today we got an interesting video. Look, we got Jorge Masvidal, but we got the resurrected Jorge Masvidal. We got Mr. Him, bro. If you guys don't know, this man, Jorge Masvidal, went on one of the craziest runs in UFC history. One of the more entertaining ones, I want to call it. The guy, was always like a middle of the road fighter. Like, he was always a good fighter, but just kept losing these close fights. Dude decides to go into, goes on like this random show. I don't know how long it was, maybe a couple of months to a year, but no phone, just in the woods. Like, it was a really crazy situation. And then when he came back, he was like this entirely new fighter, completely resurrected. And guys, I'll say this right now, Jorge Masvidal on UFC 5, his base model right now, so that's the current version of Jorge Masvidal, is literally not even that bad to use. So when I was given the ability to use this Jorge Masvidal, I was like, wait, hold on. This guy has better, his striking is faster and things like that. There's stats that are upgraded. Why would I not use this Jorge? So in this fight, guys, all I'm going to be doing is pretty much breaking down to you guys my thought process of what's happening during the fight. I need you guys to simply drop a like on this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you guys have not done so before. But listen, the video's already started, fight's already started, but we're gonna get straight into the breakdown of the fight. So obviously right here, guys, usually if I'm not using a grappler, I really wouldn't want to do this. But once I realized that this is someone's game plan, you want to make them realize that although the fighters are supposed to have an advantage there, you want to show the person you're going against that you're better than them. And you want them to realize that if they do want to take this fight to the ground, they will be punished as well. So it's not like they're just going to be able to get the fight to the ground and I'm going to be running away from it because I got Jorge Masvidal and I want to just stick to striking. No, I'm going to utilize a full MMA game. That way, a checkers match turns into a chess match. So now my opponent realizes that they can't just be shooting for takedowns every single second because I'm not scared of it, right? I'm not running from it. So right now, guys, I'm just trying to be pretty much safe. Usually when I fight, guys, I try to see what my opponent is doing, and I keep it very basic, guys. I'm never really the guy that's really doing, big counters. I'm never really doing anything that's really too crazy. I'm just really looking for what my opponent is doing, and 9 times out of 10, guys, I'll just be honest with you, because of how UFC 5 was constructed, how the game was made, as we did not take on there, because how the game was constructed, guys, a lot of times, a lot of players don't really try to fight from a strategic standpoint. So if you just kind of slow down and wait, you'll get the better of people a lot of times. So does it backfire on me sometimes? Obviously, yeah, I'm not undefeated, but more times than not, I'm able to outlast my opponents. So that's the biggest thing, right? I'm able to outlast my opponents because I'm really just trying to land. So I'm trying to throw the jab out there. I'm trying to, get damage on the body. If I'm able to get damage on the body, what's going to happen is, boom, as we heard him right here. See you later, alligator. Yeah, that one, he knew what time it was, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as you're landing damage on your opponent, guys, you're going to be the fresher fighter in later rounds as we get an immediate finish early on with Jorge Masvidal. Told you guys, and it's funny because we got the finish how he became super popular with that flying knee versus Ben Askren. On to the next. So in this gameplay right here, obviously we're going up against Joaquin Buckley, but you guys can see the stats difference right here as I kind of scroll through it. They go up. The striking speed is also one of them that's super duper important because every fighter's boxing obviously is going to feel different. They're going to have different combinations. And Jorge Masvidal is just one of those fighters that if you know how to play UFC and you know how to box like how I know to box on UFC, you're going to beat a lot of people with a fighter like Jorge Masvidal because he already has good boxing combinations. He already has a good stance. So if his stats are going to get upgraded and he's going to get better speed, you're only going to be stopping people and hurting people and winning fights at a much higher clip. So on to fight number 2, we're going up against Joaquin Buckley here. He's going to be able to fight a little bit better at distance. So you don't want to sit at kickboxing range, like, right? That should be common knowledge for most people. If you are going against a kickboxer, especially if you have a boxer, now to be fair, Jorge Masvidal can definitely kickbox. You can kickbox with him as well. He has great kicks, but in a case like this where Joaquin Buckley's kicks are so powerful, you got to be careful because already you see he was trying to throw kicks and he was throwing the overhand. So if he's at distance and he's throwing that kick and I'm worried about it, he comes over the top of the overhand, all of a sudden I'm getting hurt. So yeah, I'm closing the distance, and you see right there I went to the body and then followed it with a hook, a left hook. A lot of people don't like pressure, guys. You can see it in this gameplay here. A lot of people don't do good with pressure, especially if they have a kickboxer. Obviously they won't be able to do that well, you know, but Joaquin Buckley does have power. So just because I've closed the distance here, as you guys can see, he's more aggressive than me, right? And I love that. I love when I'm closing the distance and the person that's on the back foot is more aggressive than me, because they're just gonna get tired a lot faster than I am, right? They're already utilizing a lot of movement, right? I'm slowly attacking his body. As you guys can see, I hit him with a knee, hit him with a kick to the body as well. And look at, guys, pay attention to his stamina, right? We're in round one. If you can get people to drain their stamina this high, as you see me continue to work the body, if you can get your stamina to be this low just within the first round and you can be safe, you're going to be in a great situation. Now, I'm not being the safest because obviously, you know, I put myself in a few positions to get hit here, but you know, I'm working the body. And a lot of the times too, guys, when people start to duck like that, even if you throw a knee to the body, it's going to register as a you know, a knee to the face, because they're ducking into the knee, which makes perfect sense. So again, he's on the back foot. He's still pretty dangerous. I mean, boom, get the knockdown right there. I wish that would have been a knockout because he pretty much had no head health, but whatever. You know, the damage system doesn't make much sense in this game either. But yeah, look, guys, again, he is on the back foot and he's probably throwing more strikes than me. Sometimes I want to unload a combination, but it's weird. You know, a lot of the times they'll make people get out of the way when their backs is against the cage. It's super, it just doesn't make much sense a lot of the times. But you see right there, we're landing it straight, getting him hurt right there to the body, following the hook. And he's in the worst position he could possibly be in right now, guys. He's not in a great position at all. He's already hurt. He already has, you know, cuts on his face. I'm not gonna lie, my stamina is down as well too, which is kind of weird to me because I don't feel like I was exerting too much energy. But you know, it is what it is, or it was what it was in that gameplay right there. Like, I don't know. Again, when I'm seeing this, when I'm in the moment of the fight, guys, it's not like I'm saying, oh, I've lost a ton of stamina. No, like, I know I'm steps ahead of this guy because I already heard him, dropped him, got a cut on his face, got him to lose more stamina than me, which is obviously the goal. Like I told you guys, I'm the cleanest long distance player in the world. Reason being is because I fight to go the distance. Now, just because I'm fighting to go the distance doesn't mean I'm not fighting to get a finish. I want the fight to drag out. I want to get a finish in the later rounds, but I have to fight the distance in order for me to be as effective as I possibly can be. That's why I call myself the cleanest long distance player in the world, because this is how I fight. A lot of times, you know, am I the only person that fights like this? Probably not, but people really try to finish the fights. People really are, you know, they really fight recklessly, and they do it because they know they're not going to get penalized. But yeah, here I am, trying to see what I'm doing here. Pretty much just the same thing, right? Look, I'm landing 75% of the body strikes, so the body strikes are landing at a high clip. And again, guys, I got him on the back foot. He doesn't like it. He's pretty much in panic mode. He's not doing the right things. Now, I am there to be hit. One thing I could work on is my countering. A lot of the times I don't I don't utilize the countering because I don't know, the countering to me is a little bit annoying at times. You could counter somebody perfectly, it doesn't do enough damage, and they're just continuously throwing a random combination, and they're able to hurt you. So it does get weird at times, but again, I'm getting everything I want here. Boom, front kick to the face. We was already working the body there, guys. We was already throwing the jab out there, following by the body kick or the teep kick to the body. So once you're throwing in that combination, guys, he lands a pretty good counter. Once you're throwing those combinations, guys, people are going to get dropped off of it because they're going to be expecting a jab followed by a teep kick. When you don't hit them with the teep kick and the jab is now a front kick, it's going to do a lot more damage. So The counter that he just hit me with a minute ago, as I pick up on it right there. If I'm able to just do that counter to people a lot more consistently, I would definitely be a lot more of a deadly fighter. So I definitely need to work on my counters. There's times when I do land it, and I notice when I land the counters and I hurt people, they get so, they get so afraid, they get so confused, because I'm already fighting smart, I'm already fighting safe, and now I'm landing counters. Pretty much makes me kind of hard to fight here. So boom, he notices that I'm going to the body whenever I hurt him. But again, guys, look how far ahead I am of this guy. He did hurt me, so I am being more mindful of his counters. As you guys can see now, I'm kind of fading a little bit, kind of waiting a little bit, still going to the body. So I'm being very, very patient here. I'm not trying to rush the process to get the finish, even though I should be able to unload a combination here, and I should be able to get the fight over with, but it wouldn't be safe, it wouldn't be smart. So we're gonna keep the pressure on. But again, knee to the body. It's supposed to be a knee to the, it's supposed to be knee to the body. He ducked into it, guys, and then what did I do right there? I follow it by a flying knee from hell. Jorge Masvidal, man, I'm telling y'all boys, man, like, I know this Jorge Masvidal has already came out, but I never used them. And every time I save up those coins, man, I always, I end up buying somebody when I realize that I can, or when I care enough to use them. And I was having trouble finding somebody to consistently use in welterweight that I really, really enjoyed using. Shavkat was pretty reliable, like, all around, but I don't know, his boxing still felt weird at times. So with Jorge Masvidal, I ended up finding somebody that's super deadly. Like I said, like you see right there, he thought I was throwing a knee to the body and he ducked into it. Well, can't really say he thought it was going there, but he ducked into a knee, man, and he got hurt off of it. But y'all can see right here, I landed how many more strikes than him? In the first round, he threw more than me. Obviously, I landed more because I was more efficient, but he threw more than me, and I love that, even from significant strikes and total strikes. But then round two, obviously, he slowed down. I'm gonna obviously turn up the pressure, so you guys can see right there with the stats how it works out. You just want to stay in front of somebody. You want to pressure them back. But again, that's not for every single fight. Styles do make matchups. Just this specific fight right here, Joaquin Buckley versus Jorge Masvidal, I have to get in the pocket. I'm not gonna allow him to use his kicks. But really, really good second fight. Good stuff there. On to the third fight. So third fight, we got a Nate Diaz, and if I'm not mistaken, this might be the current Nate Diaz, but very, very aggressive Nate Diaz here. And I'm just trying to read him, guys. Like I said, the thing with me, when I come into some of these fights, I really want to see, like, okay, how aggressive is this guy gonna be? Is this guy really gonna sit here and just spam the entire time and not really use any type of skill set here? And what makes it worse sometimes, guys, is a fighter like Nate Diaz, he has really great boxing, in terms of UFC, the video game. So people can use him and get fights done early just by spamming combinations and hoping it'll just land. And that's what this guy pretty much came out trying to do. So I didn't want to overexert my energy. Even though Nate Diaz does have great cardio, sometimes you do have to be careful with fighters like this, because even though they're throwing a bunch of strikes, you do have to make sure you cause some form of damage, whether it's to the body, as you see him just continually missing. You want to cause some form of damage, because even though he's spamming and he's being a real life idiot right now, he'll be able to still strike in the third round because of the stamina that he has with the fighter that he has. So again, if you're going against someone that has a fighter with high stamina, be mindful of that. Be careful. Understand you do have to start landing something damaging. So I kind of noticed that mid-fight here, mid-first round, is that he's gonna eventually be able to get me out of there if I don't do something. So I'm trying to read him still. He's landed certain shots on me. He's hurting me. Getting the better of me right here. But again, I'm being careful. And look, even though I'm being careful, look what's happening now. All of a sudden, he gets a cut too. Uppercut. Hit him with that good old flying knee, and then now he's on the ground. And look how that works out. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the cleanest long distance player in the world using Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, man. This was a very entertaining time in the UFC, and this was very fun for me. I think I'm gonna main Jorge. I'm gonna main Jorge for a welterweight. You know, I haven't lost a single fight with him. I probably won like 6 fights with him at welterweight, and I'm in division 18, so it's not like I'm in a division 12. But yes, if you guys enjoyed this video, y'all know what to do. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss another upload, man. It's your boy John Ranks, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.
Gang, they cannot do it like him. Nobody shooting.